Two legendary barbecue regions, one epic chicken battle. Kansas City's sweet molasses magic versus Carolina's tangy mustard gold. I'm smoking up half chickens to settle this once and for all. Which sauce reigns supreme? Let's get at it. Let's start by cutting up our chicken. First we'll take out any giblets that happen to be there, and then trim off any excess fat around the cavities and if there's any extra skin around the neck area. And we take some kitchen shears, cut along the backbone on both sides, and remove the backbone. Now don't throw any of this away. Remember that the backbone can be roasted for stock, the giblets for sauces, and this trimmed fat can be used to make schmaltz by rendering down the chicken's skin and fat. We have all our seasonings out for our spice rubs. I have my Kansas City rub here and my Carolina here, ready to go. So all we have to do is mix these together, and I'll put the amounts on the link in the description so you guys can make this rub. I basically make a little bit more than I need for about a full chicken. I don't make that much in big batches because I live on the coast, and the coast everything cakes and becomes hard as a rock. So let's start with Kansas City. First we have our brown sugar. I have granulated sugar. I have garlic salt, coarse black pepper, cumin, paprika, cayenne pepper. This looks like chili powder to me. And then we just stir this up. This might even be enough for 2 chickens. There's our Kansas City rub. Now, Carolina, we've got kosher salt, we've got granulated sugar, we've got honey powder, we've got coarse black pepper, we got cumin, chili powder, paprika, and again some cayenne. The original recipe was for some brown sugar, but I've replaced it with honey because honey mustard is so good. I'll put a link on the honey powder where you can get it online. I just got it from Amazon. And here we have our California Gold seasoning. Pretty close, better keep them separate, might be in trouble. Some empty spice containers that I'm gonna put this in for ease of use. And just for an extra insurance, make them all mixed up. They are very close, color-wise. I'm gonna Sharpie these, just to be safe. They add a double layer of plastic wrap. Now you could rub these and put them in the fridge uncovered overnight to get them a little more tacky so they smoke adheres better. But because I'm gonna sauce them both, I don't really worry about it. I worry about it if I just wanna eat the meat without the sauce, but these will be sauced. Okay, so we got 2 half chickens. First, we're gonna pat them dry, because there was a lot of liquid inside the bag with the chicken. Okay, I'm gonna spray some olive oil on there as a binder. First we'll do Kansas City. Start with the back side. And get onto that wing. You can be pretty liberal with this. Tends to not want to stick to the leg joint, but we'll do that. Do the same thing with the Carolina. It actually looks a little redder than the Kansas City. I'm gonna put it on around the edges. I don't want to mix them up. What I'm gonna do, having one hand dirty and the other hand dry, I'm gonna put this through here. That toothpick tells me it's Carolina, so I don't mix them up. All right, so I preloaded Berta with cherry wood. I like cherry wood because it adds a little sweetness and a deeper color to the smoke. Set my smoker to 225 degrees to start for the first hour. Then we're going to turn it up to 325. And I will spray it if needed, but we'll see how it goes. We'll check it after that first hour when we crank it up. So roasting it at 225 for about 2 hours, 2.5. It depends on the size of the chicken. This one is running about 2 hours and 15 minutes because they're larger halves. We're shooting for 145 degrees before we crank this up to 375 degrees for the last half hour. I'm gonna rotate them around. Stick means Carolina. After turning it up, 375, and let it run for about 30 minutes. Then we'll come back in 15 and start basting it. 15 minutes at 375. Woo! Look at that color. Dripping juice. But let's turn them over first. I want to sauce the underside first. And turn that over. Now let's do our Kansas City. Let this sauce set up. Check it. 30 minutes. Looks promising. Look at that. Ho, ho, ho. 165 or higher. I think it's going to carry over once I let it rest. Oh yeah, this one's definitely done. Let's see if I can get you a close-up. What do you think? Pretty nice Carolina. Kansas City ain't bad either. We're going to pull them off, and we'll go ahead and tint them with some aluminum foil, let them set for 15 minutes, and then we'll cut into these babies. Yummy! All right. Dogs are jingling around. We have our Kansas City, and we have our Carolina. Let's get rid of this toothpick. All right, let's go ahead and cut these. Now what I'm gonna do, just to be fair, if I can do this right, so I'm gonna cut this between the breast and the thigh. Oh, look at that juice. Look at that, a little bit of fat there. But besides that, that's gonna be tasty. All right, and then do the same with this one. Let's give this a try. I'm gonna be pulling off some breast meat off of each one. Look how juicy that is. Oh my Lord, it's so juicy. Oh my gosh. They both look so good. Now I'll be honest, my family generally eats Kansas City. So I'm pretty excited about the Carolina Gold, but they're both super juicy. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I can zoom in on it. But let's try the let's try the Kansas City. Oh my Lord. Sweet, sticky, juicy. Oh, it's so good. And it's reasonably priced. I think I paid for the whole chicken about $5 or $6. And this big a chicken could easily feed at least 4. So you're talking, what, a little over $1 a person? So now let's try this Carolina. Still as juicy, not as sweet, a little bit tangy. That's really good too. And I think the Carolina, I'm gonna try a little more. I think the Carolina actually took the smoke better. Okay. I think I'm ready to decide. Both of these chickens are excellent. The Kansas City is sweet, sticky. The Carolina is tangy. There's a little heat there. Really good. Really, really good. And I'm gonna have to give it to Carolina. It's just so unique a flavor profile, especially for us on the West Coast. We rarely see much Carolina. Either one would be excellent. Nobody's gonna cry if you do either one of them, But for this contest, I have to give it just a little edge to Carolina. Yeah, wow. Can't wait to share this with my family. There's your winner, Kansas City versus Carolina Gold. Both brought serious heat to the Smokehouse today. That's what I love about barbecue. Every region has its own distinctive story. Drop your vote below, Kansas City Sweet or Carolina Tangy. Keep that smoke rolling, and until next time, later Gator.